So what can hormone treatments do for someone who is going through menopause?
So if you imagine the hormones not being produced anymore as they once were, at least at the levels, you can do some replacement. Obviously that was pretty common through decades of synthetic replacement. And one of my areas of specialty as a naturopathic physician would be the bioidentical or the natural form of the hormone. But it would still be a replacement therapy. That's one option, is to look at, let's just fill in some of what that woman is missing. And we do testing and we look at lots of factors for why and how we would do that hormone replacement. There are other ways to come at it too that I think are equally as important.
Talk about some of those.
Well, exercise. Can we get people exercising? One of the things that I think all of us as practitioners have to continually look at is accessing someone's motivation. And you know, if you're sitting with someone and they've never exercised in all their life and they're 55, they're not going to suddenly, not many of them are, going to sustain an exercise program. I think Americans are all very famous for binge exercising. And so we can start something, we can join the club, but how do we get it into our lifestyle so that we can sustain it? That's huge. If we can get that, we try to accomplish that. But again, I work with it in a realistic fashion to say, let's start somewhere where you're going to succeed, and then let's move to those places where you've maybe never had success. And exercise is sometimes one that women haven't had success with. And we move to that after we've done some hormone balancing and some other things where they're feeling stronger and they might be more capable of succeeding. Diet is a huge area. With that, I mentioned belly fat a little bit ago. Changing the construction of what someone's eating daily, not necessarily even saying dieting, but saying, you know, let's reduce those simple carbs, let's get the sugars out of your way. That also allows that woman to have a lot more choice about what she's doing in other areas. If you're eating sugar and you're insulin resistant, the brain is almost on fire with that, and that's what's driving you, even if you mean it not to be. Willpower does not help that much when you're in that kind of scenario. So just knowing those things, teaching those things about the chemistry, we get a woman into a place where she's really capable of making the changes. And biochemistry makes a big difference.
You mentioned exercise, and it can be beneficial for someone going through menopause. How does exercise affect your hormones? Because is that how it works, or how exactly does exercise work?
It literally affects them, and I couldn't say in one sentence, but for example, you can see rises in testosterone just from exercising. Obviously, the adrenals get a good result for balancing the stress hormones when you exercise. Another thing that happens is that your liver detoxification is advanced or increased, so that you're cycling through the various things that you have to detoxify better and more efficiently. And that's a few of the ways that it helps, but it'll help everybody that way.